We know how much you guys love listening to our stories, but did you know you can also listen to more stories, books, and podcasts on audible.com?
Say what?
Listeners of Storylords might enjoy the comedy sci-fi series Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's about a regular guy named Carl who's thrown into a big old dungeon crawl to save humanity from aliens, which are real. Do your own research.
And I've been listening to the High Republic Star Wars series for months now. And I've been listening to...
I am partial to iRobot
Okay, go, your turn.
because it helps me set my boundaries with organic beings.
I like to read magazines that judge people's decorating tastes. Oh yes, okay, you go. Do they do those?
Audible lets you listen to your favorite series while you're driving or just chilling at home at any speed you want. And there's tons of books and types of literature to choose from. I like the book. That's audibletrial.com/storylords. Sign up for a trial today and help support your boys, the Storylords. Aww.
Hey everyone, welcome to Storylords. Different thing this week that you might not be aware of, because we weren't aware of until like about 5 days ago. It's our regularly
Some of us
scheduled-
were aware of it sooner than others.
I mean, some of us were aware of it 2 minutes ago, having written our stories in preparation for the break episode.
Look, the math doesn't add up. 71? That doesn't make sense. How is that a break episode?
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is
Yeah, I mean,
riveting radio.
yeah, it does. We have done. It's because we've done. We had that episode where we had to split the quiz in two.
Okay.
Those were numbered episodes?
I don't think I know how this works. So to my defense, I am smart and you guys are dumb.
I mean,
I feel like your defense earlier was sort of the exact opposite.
we can share in the Discord the time and date of the WhatsApp.
The extensive WhatsApp conversation that's been going on for days about
what we should do instead of writing the episode. So yeah, we're taking a break because we decided at the start.
Well,
of
two of us are.
One of us is going to read the story, maybe.
Dude, I'll do it on notebook.
So we get fresh prompts next week. But we decided at the start of this season that we were going to take quarterly breaks rather than a half break halfway through the season break, because I think we all felt a little drained at the end of last season. Having a regular break keeps us fresh and lets us have, lives, whatever they may be.
Did you ever get that not so fresh feeling, Rich?
No, because I shower for longer than a minute.
Here we go with that made up word again. Shower. Whatever, dude. That's made up.
Was that a shot at me for
It was a kind of shot at you.
I took a quick 8-minute shower, 10-minute shower.
It was a long shower. It's just Josh.
They were timing me. They were like, "Let's see how fast he comes."
Yeah. Let's see how excited about the show he is.
Well, we said you dipped your balls in hot water and got out of the shower.
Fully flaccid, everybody. Don't worry.
You just teabagged some
dick is not working
hot water.
currently. Don't worry.
You know what's funny though? When I was writing my story this week, which totally is what I thought, I was like, I'm tired. I don't want to write this.
Yeah,
you could have not.
Yeah, well,
you're going to be so entertained.
Time makes fools of us all.
In 2
all
weeks.
it took was to read the group chat.
I skimmed it, dude. All right, I see
enough.
100. I see 100 messages, and I'm like, I don't know.
That's true.
We are all extremely bad at giving pertinent information that the other two need, and then two of us just continually talking after it for hours.
Yeah, I can't I do that all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
so
we
I
all
can't.
do it.
Well,
we're all
I
like,
know,
here's some
I know.
information that will ruin your life if you don't know. Anyway, how was your day?
We do it in
Anyway, here's
shifts as well. We do it in shifts. There's a shift where I talk to Josh, a shift where I talk to you, and a shift where you two talk and I'm asleep.
Yeah. It's a perfect friendship. That's how it works.
We never get
We're all
tired of each other.
We're all three in the same chat for 1 hour a day.
That's pretty much it.
It's like
I know at like 4 o'clock I can get in some jokes that Rich is gonna see because like he's not in bed yet.
Oh, I'm like night shift for sure. I'm the guy in the middle of the fucking night talking to Rich. I haven't seen daylight in 20 years.
Yeah, I get up, I check my phone, you're on, and we start a conversation. And there have been times where you've been like, "Shit, I've got to go to bed. I've got 2 hours of sleep before I have to get
I
up."
got to get up in 2 hours and fucking
Christ.
tell everybody I was a big baby.
So, what we're going to do this week is I've prepped some sort of like series season review questions that we can chat about, just basically so we can have a conversation about it and tangent and do all that fucking shit we normally do. But I might not ask them all, depending on how much time we get through, because we've already gone through 4 minutes of this bullshit, so we might end up only answering 3 questions.
This is quality bullshit, all right?
Everyone's gonna love this episode. No one has turned it off already.
No.
I didn't even do an intro.
end.
I just treated it like an afterlord. So I was like, right, yeah, so we're here. So the first question I've prepped is, how would you rate your season so far on a scale of 1 to 10? You can't give it a 10 and you can't give it a 0. So it's really 1 to 9.
why?
Hey, fuck you. I'll give it a 10 if I want to.
10. What the fuck kind of fucking rules is this?
Because
The scale is
nothing's-
1 to 9. 9 is a 10.
Why don't you just make 9 a 10? Why
You
don't
can give
just
it a
make
10 if you want to give it a 10. It's just I don't give things a 10 because nothing's perfect apart from God's love.
10 doesn't mean perfect, and also Jesus' love is just as perfect.
But this one goes to 11.
Everyone got that reference.
Oh, man.
and if
that's
you
right.
didn't,
Yep.
you're a terrible human being.
That's terrible.
Wow.
So, Jeff, you can go first.
I'm going to say 10 just to piss you off, I think.
You won't piss me
Hell
off.
yeah. Look at him. Look at him.
He's so red in the face. He's so angry right now.
Am I
Tea
actually on
steam
camera?
is coming out of his ears. Yeah.
No, I'm
He's
not.
just banging his head against the wall as hard as he
I
can.
am
No, I'm
not.
Now I am. Actually,
Now
my face
he's
does
happy,
look a little red, but it's because of this
It
light.
is.
Yeah.
He's so mad.
It's because of this
It's your
light.
shirt.
Look.
It's because your shirt, too.
Yeah, I'm wearing.
You're wearing
I
a-
wear my Magneto t-shirt. Look.
Classic red coat over here. Never
Oh,
not
yeah,
wearing
that makes
red.
perfect sense. I'm also wearing red. Uh-oh.
I'm not.
I got a Mothman shirt on.
Whose face is red
Uh-oh.
now, Josh? Odd one out.
Josh's face is always red.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been out in the sun for
I'm
2
always mad.
seconds.
It's my secret, captains.
If I'm gonna be like completely like honest about it, like I think I would, if I was like watching this as like a TV program or reading it or whatever, I would end up giving it like a 7.5 or an 8 because I think it had a fairly weak beginning. I think it's gotten a lot better
yeah.
since then. I'm like really proud of where I am in the story now and how I've developed the characters, but like I feel like the beginning was weak as fuck. Like
Well,
nobody was on board at the beginning. Everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I mean, are you basing that on the feedback we get? Because, I mean, it's so inconsistent that I don't know if you could be giving
Oh
it.
my god!
It
But-
really is all over the place.
I would
I
call
wouldn't say
it
it's-
non-existent, personally.
Some weeks it is non-existent, yeah. To the point where sometimes this season I've wondered if anyone is enjoying certain episodes.
here's
But
how-
I don't think it was weak at the beginning of the episode. At the
I
beginning
do.
Of
I
the
feel
season.
like I was muddled on where I was gonna go. I hadn't solidified the characters the way they were gonna be. I feel like I had a good thing going when I was doing like the quote unquote standalone stories, which
Right,
like
yeah, yeah.
half of them had to do with the actual story.
Yeah.
But when I got into the actual story, I didn't have the same kind of fun ensemble cast. I didn't have the same kind of like absolutely goofy, ridiculous characters around the main character. I just had one guy who was everyone hated for good reason.
I feel though.
Do people hate Johnny Long?
No, they hate Gordy.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
for good reason.
For sure.
He makes Pavlov look good.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
That's purposeful.
Yeah.
Well, like, he's also a dead guy, maybe?
Yeah, he is a corpse currently, so you can hate him if you want. It's fine.
Except
You're Josh.
Ja Rich.
Ja Rich doesn't fucking know. He doesn't think
Rastafarianism.
I'm not going to do
Excuse
Jamaican
I.
accent.
Excuse I.
Yeah, I'd like 7.58. I think I would enjoy this season, like following it along, but I would be like, it took a while to get interesting.
I mean, I would say 8. I don't know. I think for me it's a 7, just because I don't know. I don't have any concept of what is good that I do. I think I have serious problems with that. Mm-hmm. Probably requires therapy.
Could be.
Yeah.
It's never good enough for me, so you know.
That's true. But then, isn't that a good thing all in of itself? Like, for creativity purposes, that's
creativity,
probably
can also,
but not for your
mental
mental health. No.
it can also fester into like super major problems. But
Well, there's a reason why all the most famous writers and artists were horrible alcoholics, right?
yeah, because they were cool as fuck.
Booze is delicious.
Because booze makes the writing phone calls stop.
That's another thing you should put on your business cards, Jeff. Jeff Pennington. Booze is delicious. That's spelt wrong.
Who's gonna fucking say that's wrong, right? That's yeah.
They'd be like, so what is it that you do?
A drink.
Read the card.
It's on the card. Did you look at the card?
I think I've been really invested in both your stories this season. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on in Jeff's for a while, but I thought that was purposeful. But sometimes when you're finding your feet with the story as well, it can help to be a little loose with the direction, like see what sticks, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Josh, I think this has been your most coherent in terms of like single plot through line, but without losing any of the humour that everyone loves.
Yeah, thank you. But I think I also have learned to just kind of like yes and myself and just be like, okay, well, what if like this is a thing? And then I just kind of go that way, you know, and I don't really like...
I would say this is like your best season, personally. It's been consistently incredibly funny. It's there's like genuine stakes this time around that makes the characters feel more three-dimensional, even though they're being like cartoons.
Yeah.
There's so much stake in this new episode that I definitely didn't write for today.
But there was a lot of stake in the last one. And
someone got their stomach pumped.
That's right. The alchemist said, I like how that's like a copy pasta.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. I've listed a little bit with this season and made some changes halfway through. I think my individual episodes, when I think about like, if I think about like vines and infections, when I did that one where there was a wasteland outside the bunker, but it was all vines and they were making copies of people, or if I'm thinking like the murder mystery one where they go in the house and the dog is sort of like there. And
I have a question for you that I feel like the audience has been wondering for a long time. What the fuck is your problem with dogs?
Oh
yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. I just like Malcolm started out as a funny joke, like of the Technomancer having an imaginary friend, and then I was like, wait a minute, what if he could be the antagonist?
Did a dog steal your girlfriend or something? What the fuck?
I mean, all guys who steal girlfriends are dogs, am I right?
True, Josh.
Dirty dog, nasty dog.
But, I don't know, there's been some episodes this season I've been more in tune with than others, and some I've phoned in a little bit, even though probably people don't really notice.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all done that. Don't worry about it.
But
Not me. I didn't do that.
You didn't do it this time, for sure. You did way better than us this time.
Who's the rich now? Rich.
but I'd probably give it between a 7 and an 8. I don't know if it's my favourite season, but then I have made drastically different seasons on purpose, so I couldn't say anyone was my particular favourite. I always feel like I sit in the middle with you two, of kind of like, Josh, you're definitely more humour focused. Jeff's more like description focused. Not saying you're not funny, not saying you're not focused on description either, but I feel like I sit
dare you?
I feel like I sit in the middle.
Dare you?
Where I'm like trying to
fucking Neville Chamberlain over here.
not like sitting on the fence, but like trying to bridge it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not purposefully, but like I don't think I could do what either of you two do and still do the other thing.
Yeah, you could.
Maybe.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could.
But yeah, I think same sort of score. I think I'm not delusional enough to think my work is terrible or anything like that, but I do think, there are things that, I have massive anxiety about my work, but I know it's good.
Same.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
So
well,
for different things. But yeah, I think like it's not.
You didn't even write a story this week, Rich. You dumb bastard.
Everyone who wrote a story this week, raise your hand. Oh, here we go. It's just one.
But probably like a 7 or an 8. Probably 7.5 just to be in the middle again.
I think it's like since I've been doing like stuff for so long like this, like I don't even think about it anymore. Like I just sort of like I'm like do it, like just do it, and like that can be good and bad. I really have no perspective of it. I guess like in a weird way I'm kind of like that's what makes me an artist.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, you fucking figure it out, idiots. You know what I mean? Like,
you're just opening the door to your psyche and letting it pour out.
Yeah.
And I really wish I had that ability sometimes, because I'll sit down in front of the computer and be like, all right, I need to write this story, and absolutely fucking nothing comes out, and I have to just be like, well, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, there are weeks when like I think of something like all week, and I'm like, that's funny, I'm gonna do that. And then there's times I open up fucking Word pad and I'm like, okay, it's 11 o'clock on Monday, let's go. I'm
the other end of the spectrum in that regard, in that I have to meticulously plan it. Like I start writing the moment, like the day after we record. So I'll.
You're a sick freak.
You listeners at home know what spectrum he's talking about.
Yeah. Yep. We're definitely all on that.
The place that the Flyers used to play?
I feel like I'm exactly in the middle with this, though, where, like, Rich is planning his stuff, like, weeks ahead of time, and Josh is like, here's my inner psyche, and I'm just gonna, like, blast it out on the page, and I'm like...
Yeah, from my dick hole.
And I'm, like, a few days ahead of time being like, oh god, I gotta fucking write my story now, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're pretty good about. You usually write yours on Sunday, which I'm extremely jealous of. I was gonna write mine on Sunday, but the Eagles won, and I was like, I ain't doing shit.
You should have wrote it next
technically,
Sunday.
Yeah, you didn't have to write anything.
Technically,
but I think, Josh, you have to have that last minute homework pressure. That's what it feels like.
I've always been like that. Yeah, It's executive dysfunction. Really, is what it is.
But I feel like we, psychologists want to label that sort of shit. But sometimes people feel like they need a little bit of pressure, like in order to get the best out of it. Like some people thrive under that sort of pressure artistically. Some people don't. I do not. I would be worried about.
And I don't do it with this show because I'm much more like just get it on the page. But like there's times when I sit down to edit continue and I'm like, it's not happening right now. You know what I mean? Like it ain't
absolutely
happening right
true.
Now.
This is a sit in front of the TV for 8 hours playing Ghost of Tsushima day. Yeah,
exactly.
which is currently what I'm doing. Not currently, but I
saw
Like
that.
you're doing a podcast currently. What are you
Yeah,
talking
but
about?
I can do this on my standing on my head, so I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima.
That's
as
how
well.
good of a samurai he is.
Yep.
He can samurai fight and talk bullshit to us.
I don't know if you guys can hear this, and I'm hopeful that you can't, but someone is running the biggest, most rusty saw ever, like probably from the Civil War era, like
Run,
right
Jeff!
outside
It's
my
a
window.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's the Texas Snake Man. He's out there.
How is he
he's learned how to
operating
use
the
it.
machine? He's got no arms.
I mean, life finds a way, dude.
True. Thank you, Malcolm.
Do you have
Life finds a way.
Do you have a favourite or least favourite episode this season, Jeff? I'll start with you again.
Oh my god, I'm getting no prep here. I'm like right out front
You're-
every time.
Yeah, that's what you get for not writing your story.
I can
Is
go
this
first
like-
if you want, because I've got the list of episodes open on
I do have my
storylords.card.co.
I do have my favorite story I did. Is that this question?
Yeah.
Or is it just... Okay.
Sure, yeah.
The Betrayal and Clowns episode, season 3, episode 9, is my favorite this season. It's Captain Gauss Feed Splitter in the world of next Tuesday at around
Oh,
lunchtime.
Gauss Feed Splitter.
That was the episode
Episode
where we
1.
did other
The
genres.
cyber
yeah.
sinners of subsection 69. I had
Yeah.
to get that in.
Nice.
That episode
Nice.
was fun. Everyone liked that because we all switched
Yeah.
genres for a week.
Did different.
Yeah, that's my favorite episode overall as well, because switching genre was so fucking fun.
It was a nice like reprieve from my normal insanity. I felt like, oh, I can just like be normal. That's cool.
You wrote
was
Is
this.
this what
really-
people feel like when they're normal?
Your like outer space horror thing
Yeah.
is like terrifying. I
Yeah.
loved it. It was
You'd been
so
playing
good.
that game. You'd been playing
Subnautica?
Subnautica.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could tell.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that. I'm very afraid of that.
Yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that episode in general, but I enjoyed all three of our stories as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
A bit more.
It was really like a breath of fresh air, because like sometimes it can get a little monotonous doing a continuing story. And I don't know if
like-
I'd started the continuing story at that point or not, but I was doing setup for the
Yeah.
continuing story with my like one-offs, so it was a
Here-
nice
like,
reprieve.
Here's what like people I'm gonna get on my soapbox. Here's what people kind of don't understand about this show, right? Like, we aren't in a room together writing these
No.
together. This isn't but we're writing like essentially like 10-minute long cartoons every 2 weeks
Yeah.
on our own, right? Like, some of it might be longer. If it was a show, some of them could be 22 minutes.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
And we don't have
average
a
out-
writer's room.
I
No,
think we
we don't.
average out like 40 minutes
Yeah.
reading the
Yeah.
stories each.
Yeah. So, like, that's, like, hard as fuck
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. It's like sometimes the tank is empty and you
Yeah.
still have to write the story.
And you gotta fill it with alcohol because it's delicious.
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 Yeah, that's what I like. We write a full season of a show, 26 episodes,
Yeah.
old style,
Yeah.
full season as well. And we do that on a fortnightly basis. It was why we had to have 4 breaks this season, because I think I would have gone mad if I had to do it again without any sort of break. Because
It's a marathon, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's a long distance run.
Yeah.
Yeah, also,
It's-
anyone who's listening and is like, well, fucking, I have to write a thing? Oh, it's so hard. We also dig ditches for a living outside of this. So
Yeah.
dig.
I dug your mom's ditch last night
We dig through the ditches and burn all the witches.
and burned through in our Dragula.
but
That's so weird you said that because I put that in my story
I guess we'll never know.
that I wrote.
but it's like I
You
was
have to
saying,
write another one next time, by the way.
you can write another few pages to keep it fresh. But like,
Yeah.
it's like I was saying the other week in the group chat that only you read, Jeff. Like,
yeah.
We've got like other commitments. It's like, like.
Yeah.
You've got, like, Josh, you've got 3 other things that you need to edit regularly. You've got Continue, you've got M Class, and you've got whatever else is happening. So if it's like Continue
Yeah.
Quest or whatever,
Right.
you're working on something else. And I know you will always say, like, I've got it down to a pattern at the moment, but you've still got to
He
devote
loves
the
to
brain space,
downplay.
right?
He loves to
I
downplay.
do love to downplay
But-
it because I'm a American white man. I should be working harder.
But we recognise the
What
fact
does
that
being white have to do with
I don't know.
But we recognise that you have to get into the brain space to get. It's like the getting up and getting ready to go to work, right? And
Yeah,
you know, like we've all got. Jeff's got like the constant like search for commissions and like promoting
Yeah,
himself.
Yeah.
getting the commissions done, like trying to find more long-term work.
Yep.
I basically have an extra job applying to jobs that turn me down.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
I'm also working on a comic right
Yeah.
now. So
And I've got like a life-sucking parasite that I chose to live with me that takes up every minute of my day.
Sorry, Evan.
look, I'm sorry
You
I'm
can
in the
come
group
live
chat
with
so
Uncle
much.
Hey, you're the only one who reads it, so
But like you know, we've all got stuff going on, and we all want to do the
Yeah.
best that we possibly can at that. And then I feel like we're not like soapboxing hard because we want people to feel sorry for us.
No.
We're just like,
No.
this is a tough gig that we do. Like, and we're like tired at the end of a 6 episode.
Feel sorry
break.
for us.
Yeah.
the best way to solve our problems is make us feel better is just more money. Money,
Yeah,
I
please.
will.
money, please.
I will say that
Kidding.
I am so grateful for like we've been
Yeah.
inundated with people upping their pledges lately,
I know it's crazy.
and I like every time we get
Thank
one,
you guys
I'm
so
like.
much.
I do a Janine Melnitz, we got one, and send you a little. I would send you a little
yeah.
screenshot of someone who's up their pledge, and we
Yeah.
all like talk about how cool they are and stuff. So thank you to everyone who's done that. You genuinely don't know what it means to see that Patreon notification when someone's up their pledge to get something else that we've worked on.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like the hangout that we did, the quarterly hangout, that will encourage
that
more
was
people
fun.
to do that because that was super
Oh my
fun.
god, that was fun.
God, that was so fun.
Yeah. I was so tired, but I was having so much fun. I did not want to go to bed. I
look
looked dead.
so tired.
Yeah.
You look like a zombie playing fucking Quiplash.
But the thing is, I'd gone to bed for 10 minutes.
Well, that was
It
stupid.
But
Yeah.
I meant to go to bed for 2 hours, but I insomnia and I couldn't sleep. So I ended up falling asleep for 10 minutes, and then the alarm hit, and I was like, well, fuck
Man,
me,
you
right?
fucked up. You fucked up.
Bad.
This is where delicious booze would have solved the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have had some more delicious booze.
Yeah.
We had enough.
Did you know
that
it's
night, I think.
delicious?
True. I think
Oh yeah, no, I was, yeah.
Yeah, I came downstairs and Krista was like, "Wow, you're drunk."
Well, you don't drink.
No,
really.
I had 4 rum and cokes.
Wow.
and
That's pretty
that was
many
enough.
rum
not
and
when you don't
Cokes.
drink regularly.
Yeah, that was
pretty
quite
many.
enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fucking Ernest Pennington way over here. Damn, slow down.
I think next time what I'll do is I'll just stay up. There's absolutely no point going to bed. I might as well stay up.
Or we could do it
work.
like earlier.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's
We could
harder
do it
for other
earlier
people.
on the weekend for sure. People could show
true.
up for that.
And it's okay to drink on the weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is true. Josh, do you have a favourite episode this season?
My least favorite is this one.
We're only 27 minutes into this. I mean,
I'm not even reading my story.
it could get better. It could get better.
I don't know. I don't know. It's so weird because like
They all blur into one.
I delete it, you know, and it's not that I like don't have a good. It's like I always have fun with you guys, so it's always like, how am I gonna, you know, if I'm picking my favorite, like whichever one made you guys laugh the
Yeah,
most
it's
is my
true.
favorite. I don't know, and I don't know which one that is. So you know what I mean?
He doesn't
Like,
know
I
which
don't
one
know.
that is because they're all deleted.
Oh,
That's right. That's right.
I think.
Again, they're all on the Patreon, so you can get them.
True.
Yeah. I don't even want to think about it. I'm so mad at myself.
I think I have,
Everybody makes mistakes. Pobody's nervous.
Except Me, I have to be perfect, Jeff.
Oh,
I got
dear.
some bad news for you.
I have two that I think like are tied for favourite. One is because we had Kevin on, and that episode when we did Oil and Parasites, I enjoyed
That was good.
his
Was that
story.
this season?
It was, yeah. It feels like fucking
Wow.
forever ago, but
It does.
It probably was. It was probably like May
Yeah.
or something.
and like a lot's fucking happened since then, right? So like that was great having Kevin on, because Kevin is so earnest in his love for things that when he compliments something you do, gives you that warm and fuzzy inside. It's like someone handing you a precious thing, which is really nice. And then go on.
I made a joke about like a football position last night, and Kevin liked it, and I was like, he likes it because he likes when people make games out of other games, and I felt like I was like, oh yeah,
I
good.
I did a
good.
joke specifically for him on Blue Sky, and I was a little worried he was gonna take it as an insult. He's in the Falling Block Jam, like video game jam.
Yeah.
And I posted I made a Falling Block Jam game this year. It's called Berg, and you just make burgers out of pieces, and it costs $100. And you can't see it right now, but it's real. And he liked it. I was like, okay, good.
And the other one I think I really liked was I liked Blizzards and Hemorrhages, because I think that God of Wounds story I did was really sort of
that was good.
That was such a good story.
brutal.
Such a good fucking story.
I really enjoyed that.
And you also hate dogs so
I do
much.
hate
God,
dogs.
what is with you and dogs?
But I also did that.
Did a dog kill your dad?
I
This
also
dude's
did.
a fucking dog killer.
I also did that Sub-Zero art, which I think is probably the best storyline that I've ever done. So
It's so sick. It's either that or the Mario Spelunker
I
are my
like that
two
one
favorite pieces of art you've made.
thank you.
Sub-Zero is so cool. I'm gonna get him tattooed on my chest.
He's
you
my
go.
main. He's my main.
Can I use your drawing to do it?
Sure. It's public property now. It's out there, baby.
God, that would be sick. That would be really sick if you actually did that.
And he's gonna say, "What killed the dinosaur?" in a thought bubble, not a speech bubble, a thought bubble.
Can't talk because he's wearing the ninja mask.
He never talks. Yeah.
All right. Which of the newly introduced characters is your favourite or least favourite this season? I mean, Gordy.
Yeah, I was like, well, I wonder who's going to be the least favorite.
I kind of love Gordon.
Yeah,
though.
I do.
Like, he's like such an idiot that like Jeff is so good at making like
People we hate,
hateable
yeah.
characters, and that's like a thing people don't do too much anymore because everyone needs to be like a good guy or something,
Or understood their reasons for it. Understood.
Yeah.
Sometimes a person
have
can
to
just be
get-
a jerk.
I have to give credit to Peter David, the comic book writer and just writer in general. He wrote X Factor, and I read that when I was a kid. And Quicksilver is on X Factor, and everyone on X Factor is like a pretty good person, and Quicksilver is the hugest piece of shit who's ever lived.
Is that the comic book where Joe Rogan makes you eat bugs?
No, but like Quicksilver explained himself in an issue like that everything in the world is going so slow to him, and that's why he's like a prick constantly. And I was like, I love that, but I also just really love the fact that he was a dickhead and so funny about it. And that just implanted a little seed in me that I love making.
Well, he's Magneto's kid, so
Yeah.
why wouldn't he be a dickhead?
Yeah.
I love making shitty characters that are funny about it. I'm a huge
Yeah.
fan of that.
Yeah, you're very good at that. And so I kind of love Gordy. I don't know. Who else do I love? Everybody?
I love Demi. I feel like Demi this season has, she's far more fleshed out as a character. She's
Demi
just
is so
sweet.
funny, too.
Yeah. I needed to have, like, a sort of a straight man, but not, you know what I mean? Because, like, everyone... And Sid's kind of like that, too. Like, he's kind of normal, which is weird, because you'd think he wouldn't be, but, like, I don't know. Out of my characters, who do I like? I just wrote one today that I like, but I can't talk about it. So
now that we finally know him for real, Dant has become like my favorite character.
Good. Yeah,
I feel like funny. if you want to talk about a character who's just a straight up asshole 90% of the time, but you're still on his side, that's a really like hard thing to pull off, and that's Dant.
I'd be pissed off too if I got frozen under fucking lava shit for like however long. Although it sounds kind of nice now, I might take it.
And everything he says is so true as well. He's not making anything up.
He's real. He's real.
I also like Axe Wound's turn to sort of good. Like there's always a 20% chance she might stab you in the back or like sell you out or something. But she's interesting now that she's fleshed out. She's pun
like
intended.
She wavers back and forth between anti-hero and anti-villain in a way that I find very appealing as a character.
Yeah, it's tough for me to like, because like I don't even know what she's gonna do. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, man, this bitch is crazy. Like this is crazy bitch.
That's kind of how I feel about.
Rich, yeah, me too.
True. I was gonna say that's kind of how I feel about Gordy. I don't know what this fucking freak is gonna do next. It just hits me all at once. Like why?
Yeah, that's what makes him terrifying.
Why does he love Night Court? I don't understand.
Only sickos love Night Court.
My favorite character for Rich and one of my favorite characters this season period is Bradley Achi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So fucking funny. Good. Such a great idea for a character. And, like, seeing him, like, sort of across timelines redeem himself.
Yeah.
Is really fun. I love a meathead who turns over a new leaf.
Also,
I love the Crystal Lady, too, because I know that lady in real life.
Oh, yeah. Madame Celestia.
Celestia, yeah.
She, we all know someone like that. I know someone like that.
Yeah.
Who used to be a friend of mine who I simultaneously liked and fucking hated. Like the Lisa Kudrow, Phoebe from Friends type.
Because it becomes like in every solution, and it's like, that's not going to help this one.
Yeah.
Unless you could turn that crystal into a lightsaber crystal, this ain't helping me.
My favourite is it's fast becoming Technomancer because it's very clear what I'm trying to do with him. Like, it's not really his fault that he's bad, but you have to hate him. You have to hate him because he kills billions of people, even though it's not his fault.
Yeah, it's like
but
a
you
tragedy,
still like him
right?
for some reason.
Yeah. He's trying. He's trying to be better.
I mean, in an infinite universe, what's a billion dead?
Well, also, I mean...
Wow.
There's probably a billion
that's
people...
quite a stance to take.
I'm going to say it. There's probably a billion people on this planet who deserve to die right now. So...
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. 3 of them are doing a podcast right now. But only one of them wrote a story.
Oh, God.
If you could do a story in anyone else's world this season, which would you choose?
I wouldn't pick Jeff because I'm too afraid of Jeff's nightmarish hell. It's like reality, but worse.
Yeah.
If you can believe it.
It makes more sense than...
It's gonna get so much worse next episode too. Is the thing?
It's better written. It's more better written than reality. So
thank you. Reality
more
is like
better
hack
written
as fuck. Like if the things that were happening right now were happening in a story, it wouldn't get published because it's so hacky and bullshit.
Yeah, and depressing.
Yeah. Our Lord Jesus Christ is really fucking up this season. I'll tell you that much.
Oh man,
I'm assuming he's in charge of the story. I don't know what they believe.
That's a really tough question though, like because it's always enticing to do a Darano story, but I don't think I would do it justice. I don't think I'm capable of the same level.
I feel like that's totally because remember when we did that show with Kevin, the
original characters.
Yeah. Like you guys wrote Darano, and they were both. I was like jealous. I was like, that's so good. Like that was so good.
I'd forgotten I created an OC for Daranos and I wrote like a story around them for the episode. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
You can-
so you guys were fine at it.
You can still listen to those episodes, can't you, Jeff?
Yeah, they're on YouTube if you search up OGOC Pod, or it's on the Super Try itch.io page as well. If you go to my website, jeffpennington.art, in the podcast section, there's a link to all the ways you can listen to it.
We did one about Longmire, and it ruled.
It was
that
so
episode.
funny. For some reason, Josh and I both made a super ninja. I don't know why.
Longmire goes to Japan and fights a ninja. That's what it was.
It's tough for me because I've already written a Frankenstein PI story. I did that
And
one
it was
when
dope as fuck.
Hume and Oryx became friends with him and visited him.
Yeah.
And then I did a Daranos one this season when Bradley actually was on the Clown Island that's to the north,
Clown Island.
north of Daranos, just legally distinctly away in international waters.
I didn't love the Clown Island because it's scary to me, but
New Honk
it was
City.
good.
So funny.
Jesus Christ.
But
If
I
I
think
was going to do a Darano story, I would set it on an island deep in the south below Daranos,
Yeah,
and it would
you've
be
got
full
to,
of
yeah.
southern stereotypes.
But that's
my
the thing,
God.
because like Daranos feels to me like a sort of like planet of little worlds, right? A planet of little islands that are like this completely different shit happening that no one else is aware of. It's like if you don't live in the Seven Kingdoms of Game of Thrones, there's something happening on the
Right.
other side of the planet that you're not aware of.
I don't even think you need the like other islands and shit, because like half the stories are set in Grawl and have
Yeah.
such different tones and like ideas behind them. You can just set it there. It's fine.
That's true.
You wake up, it's a brand new day. You know, that's what they say in Daranos.
I do love that they have it embroidered on the wall.
It's oh god.
I don't think any of us actually answered that question.
I mean, I don't know if I could write one in Rich. I'd have to get like real like complicated like.
Rich would have to give us the fucking story Bible
Well,
to
the
figure
thing
out
is-
what the.
This season, you could have done it because you could have done a Lee Wen Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah,
right?
That's
whatever.
true.
Yeah,
That is
wherever. Yeah.
And you just pick
That's
another
true.
reality and you just tell a sci-fi story that would probably have got you published if you were working for Rod Sterling in the 1950s, right?
I just do like an anime like slice of life about the cowboy guy. Oh my god, I'm
Grissom
losing my mind
Graves.
today.
Grissom
Grissom
Graves.
and
Lionel Richie.
Lionel
Yeah.
Richie, and they just go camping and they do like fishing and stuff.
That
That's
would be
what
Maybe
I-
they do
Right.
some. Maybe they do some hand stuff, right?
Yeah, over the clothes, it's
Why
fine.
not? Grissom lost his favourite wanking arm, so you've got to have someone do it for him.
Adapt or die.
Good thing he's got a
Grissom.
backup. Is all I'm saying.
He keeps a dead hand with him at all times.
That's not what I meant.
God,
He would definitely do that.
my whacking arm's getting real ripe.
Do you have a favourite prompt this season? I can run.
if I could
I could run
remember
through
anyone.
them. I can run through them. We had
Sure.
peaches and trophies. We had
Actually, we could just go. We could very easily just go to storylords.page and look at the artwork on it,
I'm doing that right now and loving
and
it.
it'll tell you exactly what the prompts were that we had.
We had
Story Lords.
Dot page.
I went here the other day to try to figure out where my stuff was, and oh, here we go. Okay.
I will say that my favorite prompt for the entire season might be long lost siblings.
yeah, that was a great one.
It's such a
that
fun
was
prompt.
That's a fully retcon. That was a retcon episode. That's always fun to
Yeah.
do.
My favourite was probably Transformations because I got to finally reveal that Henry Roselar had the Technomancer inside him. And I remember the reaction to that was like, my god, he's back! That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
How the
was
hell are you
fun.
going to tell me that Pets and Murder Mysteries isn't your favorite artwork?
Oh,
These dogs
yeah.
are fucking proper as fuck.
That went through a
I
couple
love
of...
him so much.
that
Look at that stupid pug. He's an idiot.
I was gonna have him dribbling down himself, but
You should, because that's all they do.
couldn't do it.
Like I do have a soft spot for any of the episodes that I did artwork for, but
Yeah.
that's not like why I'm choosing Clowns and Betrayal. It's because Clowns gave us New Honk City.
No, did it? Was that the one that we did? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It would have been weird if it hadn't have been that episode.
Yes,
actually, wouldn't it?
I agree. It was so full of clown puns and clown.
Oh my
tired.
god, yeah, that's probably the.
I was
one,
tired by the end of that episode.
You weren't the only one. That was so funny. It just kept going.
Yeah,
it was.
didn't
Oh,
stop.
also, when it comes to rich artwork, I'm a big fan of skyscrapers and lotteries just because it reminded me of "Don't be racist, I am a building."
I really fucking phoned that artwork in. There's been a
It's
few
so
where I'm just
fun.
like, I just couldn't. Like some of them do just speak to me really quickly. Like Chains and Sidekicks, I was like, right, well, I've got that one. I've
Choosing Arthur was genius.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
but some like Scrolls and Courtrooms. I will say it now that it's out, and like I do not like that artwork. I don't like it.
I think that face is primo. That is a primo fucking face.
what's wrong
I
with
just don't
this?
like it.
What's wrong with
I said
this?
to Jeff, it looks. I think like I've got the proportions like hunched wrong, and it looks AI generated to me, which is
I
a
do
weird
not
thing
think
to
so.
say. But like that,
As like the world's
Yeah, you're
biggest
like a
fucking
fucking
AI hater.
detector.
I can tell you.
I saw it in real life once, and I thought he was going to burn the building down. When we saw the AI art at the Renaissance Fair, you were like, we're not going here.
I'm gonna fucking elbow drop this entire pavilion.
I think my Bela Lugosi likeness in Dracula and Clowns was pretty spot on, but I just did not. I didn't like
Dracula and clowns?
Yeah, last season
Did we do clowns
we
twice?
did Clowns twice.
That's
yeah.
the thing. We did clowns twice.
We didn't know.
We didn't know, apparently.
Are we bad at this?
Nah.
That's how much clowns we are. We didn't realize.
But yeah, I really like transformations. I thought that was a good one. There's some prompts that just supernaturally fit into one of our stories, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
you know, when we got candles the other week, and
know,
it's like,
right?
well, he's fucking doing a Candle Cousin story then, isn't he? Because if he doesn't,
Like
you gotta.
everyone was like, Jeff's gonna be like clever and figure out a way to do like a story that isn't Candle Cousins, I bet. And I was like,
Nah.
nope.
Should have done an evil Candle Cousins, like the evil Powerpuff Girls, the
yeah.
Candelabra Boys.
Yeah, that would have been good. The Bic Lighter Boys.
The Arson Boys.
so that was what was your favourite prompts. Do you prefer? Go on.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say the next one is a good segue
Yeah.
because this is a good question.
Do
This is a
you
bad
prefer
segue now.
a prompt that feeds into your narrative, or one that pushes you to try a little harder?
I like when it's random.
See,
I think it's more funny that way.
I agree.
I don't know.
I find it so much easier to deal with prompts that like feed into the story I'm already on my way to telling, and
Yeah.
I feel like I'm fairly bad at fitting in prompts that don't. Like I'm such
because
a
we
phone
all-
inner.
It's because we're all oppositionally defiant. We're not going to do it if it makes sense. Like that's the thing,
We're
right?
various degrees of oppositionally defiant. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somehow I'm in the middle this time. I don't know how
Yeah.
that works, but
I mean, and Jeff's the worst,
Sure.
right? Right?
Yeah,
Everyone?
sure.
I mean,
right?
the middle. I'm in the middle, like how like Earth is in the middle of the sun and like Pluto. Like technically, I'm in the middle.
If you were going on a scale of 1 to 10, since we're not allowed to use 1 or 10, I think I would be 2 and Rich would be 9.
I have some deep-seated authority problems, I think. Except in
That's
my
okay,
relationships,
that's okay.
where I love authority.
Exactly right. Wow, this is fucked up. We are fucked up, dude.
I love a boss. I love a boss if my boss also loves me.
Boss lady. Boss lady!
I'm not the biggest boss lady type of guy. I like a equal partnership. Consider me fucking dumb, I guess.
Yeah, you don't... Yeah. I'll take all the heat for you.
Yeah, same. I'm a bit of...
Uh-oh, I've been disobedient.
I'm a bit of column A and column B on this one. Sometimes, like, prompt will give me the push I need to push the story on. So, like, Transformations was a perfect, like, okay, I was waiting for something to come up. Maybe next episode is the episode where I tell people that the Technomancer's still around and kicking, right? And then
Transformations, I feel, is such a broad...
Yeah.
Like word, like I love prompts like that where it's like there's such a broad meaning that there's like 4 or 5 different ways you can go with it. I'm not trying to like put anybody on blast here or anything, but Armorers is fucking me up still. I figured out a way around it, but it is a cop out. Let's put it that way.
Have you tried writing your story before the episode today?
Two
maybe
weeks
you could
early.
have figured it out.
Yeah,
you could have figured
What
it
am
out.
I, an idiot?
But I mean, yeah.
True.
But then I think about like how some of the characters have come about, and like Socks gave me Hijoki, and Loots gave me Doots.
Right.
So, or no, we didn't have Loots. What did we have? We had Bards. Gave me Loots.
Bards.
Yeah.
And then Chainsaws and Amputations was my first Grissom Graves. So I was like, that they're out there enough that when I always try and make a character when it's an out there one, because I feel like that's an easy one to do.
Yeah.
And then, when I'm doing like Hogs and Rifts, Rachel is currently listening to season 2, and she said like Rifts came up at the perfect time because I was getting so sick and tired of not knowing who Raph was, that we needed to do something with her, and I was like, yeah, and it's just serendipitous.
That's exactly. That's the beauty of the show, is like you never know what a prompt is gonna make you do, right?
It can
crazy.
It can lead to like completely new avenues that you hadn't have thought of before. Like Decapitations was like the Heads in the Forest story that I did, which is still like one of my favorites, and I don't know if I would have thought of that if it hadn't been for the prompt.
We all know that was autobiographical. You don't have to lie to us. We know you're chopping heads off. We get it.
I was like, am I the Witch of the Woods or am I like Cowboy Dan or whatever his name is?
You're both. Yeah, Cowboy. Yeah, what was it? Sam? I don't remember.
either.
I think it was Cowboy Bob, and then his dad was Cowboy Bill or something.
It was Bill and
Bill.
Bob. You're right.
Two totally different names.
They're totally different characters.
But I think
Totally.
I think we've got some absolutely out there prompts this season that we've done really well with. Like Peaches is a tough one. Benches was tough. Diners.
I don't even remember what I did.
I don't
for
remember
Peaches.
either.
I have no memory of this.
Peaches was the first episode of the season. Spelunking.
What?
That was Handcuffs. I mean, some of these shipwrecks. Some of these are absolutely insane. Unusual tools.
Like I love prompts that are like open like that, and I will say that there's like a legacy element to Storylords, right? Because it's like a spiritual successor to fantasy fiction.
Yeah.
And I feel like that deep love for fantasy fiction and Daranos comes out in the fact that I would say like half the prompts we get are still like Daranos prompts. They're fantasy.
Yeah, they're fantasy prompts.
Honestly, like there's a part of taking a fantasy prompt and twisting it into a horror thing that's actually
cool,
really fun.
Yeah.
That
Same.
I have a great time with.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we get like 1974 Kennedy $50 as a, you know what I mean? Like some fucking like ridiculous ass like specific.
We
thing.
have got some of those.
I know.
There was like one that was like 1964 Pontiac Firebird, and I was like, I can't.
Well, they didn't make them yet in 64.
It might have been 64. It might have been
67 is the first year for the
all right.
Pontiac Firebird.
So
You just know that off the top of your head?
I owned one.
Wow.
I had one. I had to sell it when I went to school like a fucking idiot.
see, that's
That would
why
have gotten
that.
you so much more ass.
But that's why that prompt might be on there. Legitimately, that's why that prompt might be on there.
Maybe I said that. Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
There was a Toonhound specific one that I vetoed off the list because I do have to do.
no.
You might as well.
I do have to do a tiny bit of quality control just to make sure that like some of the. Some are too specific. Some are too person specific.
It's almost like they're like the prompt itself is like, Josh, say this.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah,
what it.
there's
it,
a little
it
bit of
gets to
that.
the point.
Yeah, and there's
I would
nothing
love
wrong
that
with
prompt.
that.
I would love a
No, that's
prompt that
fine.
is
I
just
appreciate it.
Toonhounds, though. Like a Toonhounds
Yeah.
prompt so that I could just
I want to
do-
put Spivsy into.
I could just do a
Darren
cartoon.
House.
I could just turn it into a cartoon for an episode.
I'm gonna put Spivsy and Darrenos and just drop him off in an alley somewhere and just watch the horror wash over him.
You've already put me and Rich in a story as robots that got instantly killed, so I feel like you have a history of this.
Wait. I
Yeah, well,
I
you're
got
not-
it twice
you're not-
because I was also Boris Bloodsuck's lover, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
I mean,
that's
was,
right. And
is, always will be.
that's
He was Boris Bloodsuck. Suck.
you did get that tattoo of 2 bite marks on your dick. At least I think it's a tattoo. I don't know.
It is. There is blood coming out of it, which is confused.
It's weird that we saw it. I don't know. I don't know.
I got the tattoo so that it would be it wouldn't be the only part of my dick that didn't have bite marks on it.
I thought it was like a. You know how you put like tracing paper over it? I thought it was like a bite here.
This dude's dick looks like chewed up jerky at this point.
It looks like Swiss cheese in a roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Good God.
Sometimes
the prompts.
I had to learn to play the recorder so I could pee properly.
Oh my God, that's fucked
That's a
up.
good joke. I like that.
That's also fucked up.
I agree. Didn't turn me on at all.
I didn't want a cheese sandwich.
We are at the hour mark. Should we take a break and then we can come
Sure.
back to answer more questions that I have designed? Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of the break episode. So
The third one.
the third one of the year, yeah. So next question: if you could steal a character from each universe, who would it be, and how would they fit into your current story?
Boom, Hume. I'll just shove him in there, bitch. He's there now.
He's exactly the same.
Nothing's different.
Yeah, I have got some Darrenos adjacent characters. Like Grissom could easily fit in. Technomancer could fit in. Dukes could probably
frog
fit
guy,
in.
the frog guy
Barthor,
was-
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I would choose? I would choose Oryx, and I would have him be like a swamp thing kind of monster, right? Where he's
That's
like
a cool
good,
one.
Yeah.
where he's like a good guy monster, and he like helps defeat
Yeah.
other monsters, and like
But
maybe there's
people
a
are
sexy
afraid of
lady
him.
who like has like a weird relationship with him that's almost sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
You completely have my permission to do that. That is a cool idea.
Can we get a description of his
Junk.
alligator dick, please?
It's
would-
ridged
I tell you
for
what I
her
would
pleasure.
do. I would take Allie Swiftfeather.
You've already done that.
And I would kill her off instantly.
Dude, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know?
Yeah. Fated to die in every dimension. That is sad.
We're still waiting for the Daranos version of Hallie Swiftfeather to show up and die instantly.
How do you know it hasn't already happened?
I guess that's true. She could have been in the background of literally any scene where people get turned into Skelemen.
Yeah, you think the camera just cuts to random things in my shows that just have nothing to do with anything?
That has never once happened.
You guys are crazy.
I would take Squib, just because he always makes me laugh, and I could easily fit him in anywhere. I mean, like, Chudley, the zombie undead person who worked for the Technomancer for a really long time, he's kind of Squib already.
Yeah, he's good, like a good guy. Like he was good, right? Don't they go back to him, and he's like, "Oh, hey, it's you guys."
Yeah,
I would take Flyman, and I would have him be constantly standing right next to Pavlov Flinch, and it's like a mirrored character. They look exactly the same.
They're doing the same mannerisms.
Like every
Flyman
animation they make is the same animation at the same time.
Flyman whips out an all-C Game Boy.
And I'd take Frankenstein P.I. in a heartbeat.
You'll never get him.
I'm angry that you created him, if I'm honest. I'm angry that I didn't. When someone's done... someone's done a like Frankenstein P.I. is, for me, the marketable character. Like, you could have that character in a show of its own. You could do a whole season of Frankenstein P.I. and I think it would be great.
If I hadn't have created the precedent that I do his voice the entire time, there would be a lot more Frankenstein P.I. episodes.
Yeah.
Well, that's weird because that is your natural speaking voice.
I'm faking this one right now.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. Just roll with it, man. So you're a fucking zombie from New York. Who cares?
I do.
Hey, I'm Franken here.
Hey, I'm decomposing over here.
Hey, I'm rotten here.
There are characters like Axe Wound. In season 2, I created my own Axe Wound to play around with, like in one of those stories.
Oh yeah, like Madam Sexica or whatever.
Yeah, it was Beef Curtain.
Yes. I know how this goes. I'm going to be fired in the next 2 weeks. I know where this goes.
This was last season, so, you survived.
Well.
But, like, sometimes you guys do create things that I am... jealous is the wrong word. No, it's not actually. Jealous in a positive way. Envious.
Envy.
Like, that I'd wished I'd put in the story. Like...
No, that's legit. Like, I don't think you would be a writer if you didn't feel that way about stuff.
That's absolutely true.
That
like,
makes
you're
sense.
like God of Wounds concept. I was like, fuck, that's so good.
I know, it's so metal and sick.
That would fit in either of our universes, actually.
That episode was like you did The Giver, but it was like even more depressing and not for children.
You did the fucking Taker.
Yeah.
I do like writing a proper depressing ending to an episode and fucking people over. Like,
that's very Britishly of you.
Britishly.
But like, there was an episode in the early part of the season called the Hexed Book, where that guy had the book and he'd written anything they wrote in the book
with
came
the girl,
true.
with the girl,
and he wrote that the girl would fall in love with him at the end.
Right.
And I was like,
fucking
it's
monster.
Awful, but you'd end up with. There are people like that in this world. Like,
he's not a good guy.
He's not.
Is that not what we all are doing? Except for instead of writing it in a book, we're just using our charm.
No. I would say no.
Is that not the same?
I'm writing it in my mind book and then using my charm. Yeah.
And using my mouth pen to write it.
These two things are just as bad as one another when you really think about it.
What? How the hell am I supposed to, like, make my girlfriend love me if I don't talk to her? That's crazy.
That was your point, wasn't it? That the guy did the thing in the book and it's the same as charming a lady?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Well, let's swiftly move away from this topic of conversation.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Is there anything you wish you'd done differently so far this season?
Like in my life?
Oh, God, so many
story.
things.
Is
Waking
there really?
up today.
Oh no, I genuinely.
No, there are, obviously.
I mean, you don't have to reveal them if you don't want to reveal weaknesses.
I have no weakness.
My greatest strength is revealing my weaknesses. Suck on that shit. No, I can't think of anything specifically, but like there are times like it's that thing that has been going around recently where that writer guy was like, that stupid little gnome writes your first draft or whatever, you know? And like, yeah, if I had like more discipline, sure, I would go back and redo it, and you know, but I don't know. That feels like to me like the spirit of Daranos doesn't work that way, you know?
Well, yeah, this isn't really about like redoing it. Like, you don't have to redo something you regret because that's effort. Fuck that. It takes no effort
hard
to regret something.
Well, one of the things that I really like about your Darano stories, though, is that sometimes it does feel like you're only taking some small steps each week, but that doesn't matter because the story is contained and the story is like, this is this chapter that I'm doing. So sometimes nothing needs to happen and it's still pushing the character stuff on. It might not be pushing the story on.
It's Venture Brothers.
Yeah.
It's just what Venture Brothers does. I just took what they do, and that's exactly what it is. And, like, that's why I think Venture Brothers was so fun, because, like, you never fucking knew what the hell was happening.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we're going to get some crazy lore or whatever, or maybe we're just going to watch the two brothers, like, be idiots for a fucking half an hour. Who cares?
And you're still going to have
like
as
watching-
much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. I regret not writing a better story. Should have done better. I know what to say.
This is like the worst like coach interview after the game. I think we should have won instead of lost. I don't know.
The other team just wanted it more, man. The other writers
other
just
teams
wanted
just-
it more.
They're better than I am. I don't know what to tell you.
We should
I
have
should
really
have
scored.
thrown more balls in the basket. Man.
We should have scored more and stopped them
Yeah.
from scoring as many.
Yeah, we needed better offense and better defense.
I wish,
Sir, this is bowling. There is no defense.
I always had this problem every season, and I feel like people are either don't pick up on it or don't think it's a problem, or maybe they're just like protecting my feelings. But I create a central character that isn't funny in any way, shape, or form, and doesn't have anything that makes them strange or weird or interesting. And I don't particularly like that.
You don't like that?
But
you love like noir. That's exactly what noir is.
Like Johnny Long is a harsh man. He's like extremely honest, and he's very deadpan
here.
and
I'm right here.
handsome.
Burnt in the sun.
But he's not funny, and like I usually create like characters around that character that are more funny, or I find a hook to make them funny in a way. Like Kayla S. Hunter eventually became funny because of her reactions to everyone else, right? And I feel like I sort of knocked the ball out of the park a little bit with Jason Grace, because he was funny
really
from
good.
the get-go and developed into more of a main character as I went on.
Redhead?
Yeah.
Just a coincidence?
Yeah,
I
his
don't know.
anger made him very, very funny because he was angry at everything,
Yes.
even when he was pleased with something.
Like having a straight man character in a story isn't like
He
necessary.
was gay.
True, he was gay. But having like the straight man character in any story isn't necessary, and I feel like it's kind of a crutch for me. So I kind of regret doing that so often.
I disagree with your wrong assessment of yourself, and I'm just gonna say that.
Thank you.
It's a mechanism that works for the setting as well.
Yeah, I don't think there is I'm not one who believes in like I think there's enough of that, like, with, like, Gen Z going around where it's like, oh, they throw around, like, plot armor and all these tropes. And it's like, yeah, they're tropes because that's how stories are. That's what they are. Mm-hmm. And it's okay to use them. Like, it's not, like, I don't know. I really dislike that because like there's nothing wrong with using a story.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I guess
mechanism.
my question is like, would you consider Johnny Long an interesting character?
Yeah,
like,
I
on his
do,
own,
yeah.
without his relationship to like Gordy is like a funny character.
I mean, the guy's losing his fucking mind.
Yeah.
What's not interesting about that?
That is true.
I have felt that he is. So let's put aside the fact that he's the lens in which we're seeing things through, right? Because a lot of detectives are, but there's always been something that is slightly off-putting about him. And I'd mean that in a, like, not in a sort of like, he might be a child molester way, but I mean more in a sort of like, there's something missing. Like, he doesn't have connections. You don't really hear about his past.
Nobody likes him.
Nobody likes him. So I like him by default, that I'm trying to find out more about him. Because I find characters like that quite fascinating. Like, you know, the Hound in Game of Thrones. It's like, you're irredeemable, but I want to know why
you're
so
like likable.
Yeah.
Why are you so likable?
I feel like we have learned more about Johnny's past as time has gone on as well, and I feel like that's helped. Like, to flesh him out
his
more.
His wife
as a
died of cancer.
Yes. And he was the smoker, so it's his fault.
Yeah.
And
was he the Joker too?
And the
was
Midnight Toker, yeah.
Did he speak for the pompatus of love?
This is a good podcast, I think.
I think you can't help when you're writing a noir, as someone who has written a detective novel, you can't help but feel that the genre hems you in.
Right.
Could be.
Because it has to be what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like there's ways to ingratiate you to a character to make them stand out in a detective story. Like there's like a world of difference between like a Philip Marlowe and like a Hercule Poirot.
Yeah.
Like there's a world of difference between those two characters. But I'm obviously doing like a pastiche of more like Dashiell Hammett, Raymond Chandler style characters.
Yeah.
I don't think people quite realize, like, I always think about the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise, where it's, to me, that movie is like the
worst.
epitome of like what you don't do. Because it's like, are we watching a scary movie? Are we watching a fucking like adventure like Indiana Jones? Are we like what are we doing here? Right?
They just
like
threw
it's
shit
Mission
at the wall.
It's Mission Impossible when they're on the plane. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So like you need to like focus a little bit on something that is a genre, right? Like it can't all be everything.
Josh, you always say this about why you hate J.J. Abrams, and I think this applies here. If you're playing a game, you need to play with the toys that are related to that game. You can't play a game of Star Wars and then bring in Skeletor and expect those toys to work together.
Yeah,
and I
he's
feel
from
like
Star Trek.
But I feel like
Worf fucks him on the holodeck.
But I feel like the natural thing to do when you're writing a detective story is hit on and sometimes subvert, but sometimes go with those tropes. And the character who is, you know, slightly off, the lead who has some darkness to him, but we don't know the full story. That is something that you have absolutely led into, and I feel like works. But when you're writing it, it's hard to grow from that sometimes. You don't want to grow for it from the first half of the story because you need to set him up as the character that does this and acts this way.
There's like a thing in my mind, and I've talked about it on these type of shows before and everything, but like when I'm writing, there is like a giant flashing sign in my mind that reads Story Lords genre comedy.
Okay.
Because that's what our podcast is listed as. And every time I create a character out of like...
Are you sure it's not epilepsy? Do you have epilepsy?
Out of like... If it was flashing in my head, I'd be dead. But
is it colorful? Can you see colors in your brain?
Can you smell burning toast?
Is this
my
strawberry
right
jam
arm
smell?
does hurt a lot.
That's okay. Your left arm is the one you don't want.
Too much beating it. Am I right, fellas?
My whacking arm.
There's like a that like flashing sign that says genre comedy comes up in my mind whenever I create a character that doesn't have a comedic twist to them. And like one of the things I regret is like in 2 episodes, maybe 3, I was like, Johnny Long is a pig. He lives in a pigsty and his desk is fucked up. And I did nothing with that because I was like, what the fuck do you even do with that? Like what I wanted to do an Odd Couple thing, but like they're not together enough for that in the story, and there's like a story that needs to happen, so there's not enough time for it. Whether that's like healthy or not, like I don't know, but like I feel like I succeeded with like Frankenstein PI, where like he has a comedic hook to him, like his personality is comedic, but you can still take him seriously as a detective character.
Yeah, no, it's not easy to do, but that's why when you do it, it's amazing, right? Like, I don't know, like we don't, guys, they're not all going to be winners.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Johnny Long, by the way. I'm just using that as a
and I love Johnny Long. You know, here's what Johnny, like, this whole story of yours this season reminds me of like everything I wanted like Miami Vice to be. I wanted it to be like cool and like edgy but scary. It's like Miami Vice meets the X-Files. Like that's cool as fuck, man. Like I don't know. I love that. And I think you did a fine job. I don't think it's...
There's also like the necessity for the story from the beginning that this man is going to start losing his mind. And so I need to create a character that's very grounded. You don't think of him in the first like 10 or 15 episodes as being like he is an extremely grounded man.
Yeah.
And when he starts losing his mind, it feels all the more like jarring and upsetting.
This is where like it's like we're writing a show. We're not like writing a story so much as we're writing a season of a show.
Yes.
Like because we're thinking long term. We're thinking what's going to be happening in episode 12. And then if it were Netflix, we wouldn't even have 12 episodes. So, you know what I mean? Like we got like shit to put in here.
I think a thing that's like freed me a little bit with that as well is that you guys were talking about it earlier, like 26 episodes we have to fill with a story or whatever. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to write the story until it's done, and then I'll do other stuff for the rest of the episodes.
That's exactly what I do. Except I just kick the can down the road a lot.
I know what I'm doing at the end of the season. I mean, I'm going to be celebrating because the season will be over. But I know what I know where I'm ending the story this season. But
I know where I'm ending it too. But I also I'm going to have some episodes to fill afterwards. But I have ideas.
I know where I'm ending it too. It's probably at my desk while I write my story and
with the family
suicide gun.
Breaking case of suicide.
Do I wished I'd done anything different this season? I don't know. I probably could have kept in the Lee Wen.
Oh wow, he's
that
in
was a weird one. A Lee Wen sort of like
racist
experiment.
Why am I getting caught in this? What the hell?
I could have kept in the experiment a bit longer. I could have probably drawn a few more connections to the fact that obviously those prisoners were other sort of like windows into people like Grissom Graves, and you know there's a Grissom in there, there's a Lionel in there, there's a whoever in there,
Johnny Long probably since you stole him now.
But I just didn't want to.
If this was a TV show or a book, that would have been like expanded upon. But like we have, like whether we admit it or not, there is a limit of pages that we can make for this podcast, or else it would be like 6 hours long and no one would listen to it. And we understand that.
Yeah, I would also like murder myself if I wrote more sometimes. Like I think I'm like unapologetically either good or bad about just stopping.
Yeah.
Here's where the story stops.
No,
right?
That's a great skill to have, honestly.
I've always been really good at that. And one of the things, like when I first worked with like Zane, and when they hired me, she was like, you just like write a story and it's done, and it's like 2 pages, and it's like that's it. And I was like, yeah, because like nobody wants to sit there for like 5 pages of a skit. That's dumb as hell, right? Like, so I don't know.
Brevity is the soul of wit. There's a reason why that phrase is so ubiquitous. Like, if you continue to draw it out, you lose the magic of what made it funny or interesting to begin with. And knowing exactly when to end is a very laudable skill.
Unless it's a yo mama joke, in which case
you just keep going.
That
rolling.
shit can go on and on.
We do way too many of them.
That means we need to do more.
I only stop when the story is done, right? And this season there's been a lot more independent, closed-ended stories, right? In my world, because they've all been trying to be a bit Twilight Zoney. Even the ones where have been massive fake outs where, like people get captured and you think they're dead and actually they're not. They're hanging up in the barn on Ithia because the Technomancer's got them because he's been grabbing people. And I don't know if this story is as coherent as my other 2 seasons, but my commitment to coherence in the second season meant that I had so many loose threads that I just forgot about or like didn't care enough about to finish, that actually it's been quite freeing. Like,
that's called Akira Toriyama syndrome, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you tried eating a sensu bean to figure it out?
Technomancer's going to spend the next 6 episodes doing training at 1,000 times gravity. Just to piss people off.
Famously, Akira Toriyama just keeps forgetting that characters exist, or he did, and just stopped writing about them. Like there was a character named
Yamcha.
There was a character named Launch who was part of the Dragon Ball gang in Dragon Ball, and then he forgot she existed for like 40 chapters, and then was just like in a footnote like, oh fuck, she's like chasing after Tien somewhere. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. She likes those 3-eyed freaks.
Damn. Got him.
So I don't know.
Freaks with a baby sidekick.
With a baby who blows itself up? What the fuck?
I don't know.
Terrorist baby?
I think, like, my stories have been good, my characters have been good. Whether I've tied them together in a way that is satisfying for people, I don't really know. But part of me doesn't really care. I mean,
you gotta let that flow off of you, man.
Yeah,
right? Like,
I know where I'm getting to. I know that there is going to be something that is gonna like surprise people. I think at the end of the season, and that's gonna be good.
I got that.
Called it.
I got that, and I also got this thing that I'm really excited about for people to gotcha me with. And I can point out that that's the point. Like,
damn.
Here's the secret. I did that on purpose, and here's why. I'm really excited for that.
That's the joke.
I'm really excited for that review. Somebody is definitely gonna gotcha me about something, and I'm gonna be like, actually.
One thing that I think doing all this, like, and like, it's like a personality crucible. Like, it really fucking like hones your ass into a sword in sort of ways, but also destroys parts of you. Yeah, your ass. That's why it's so buff.
True.
It just also destroys like parts of you that like maybe you don't need, or maybe you do. I don't know. But like, that's why it's interesting to me. It's like a fucking like living experiment.
You're right, because like before I started doing this show, I had shared my writing with exactly no one. If it wasn't a comic, I had never released any of my writing, and I was so nervous about it when I started. I thought that there was going to be I was like prepared. I had like my shielding up when I finished the first episode that you guys were going to be like, "Oh, it's good, Jeff. I like that. That was good."
Right.
And I was going to have to be like, "Oh, thanks."
I'm gonna never do this again.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you, like, and I need to tell myself this more too. Like, nothing's gonna happen to you. There's nothing to be afraid of. You know what I mean?
And
like,
even,
you're not
when
gonna...
something does happen, it doesn't affect you the way you think it's going to.
Right. And
like,
you could be like you could be like a god if you can let that shit like flow off of you. You're untouchable, man. Like no one can stop you.
Like, I'm sure people think that I'm bitter about the guy who said that my writing was like creepypasta, like Sonic the Hedgehog creepypasta. I want that on my business card, honestly.
Man,
you got so many business cards today.
I thought that was gonna like bother me when people started like shitting on what I did, but I found it so funny. And I still do.
When that person on Reddit said that for some reason I was trying to win a Pulitzer Prize, I was like, I'm sorry, do you expect me to take that as a criticism of my writing?
Well, that was... Dude,
my
that's
favorite
very
part
appropriate.
About that, my favorite part about that is that 2 weeks later, when we had released a new episode, I assume, it said edited 2 weeks. Also, now Josh is trying to win the Pulitzer.
That was like when I was in high school and I had really long hair, and this kid comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, hey, Jimi Hendrix," and I was like, "Is that like
an insult?"
Because like Jimi Hendrix rules.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
What the hell?
I was like, "Thank you." I think.
I
Also,
think...
Jimi Hendrix didn't have long hair. What do you?
Yeah.
What?
Jimi Hendrix was a black man.
I love the
But I am a
lowering of
redhead.
the voice.
But I am a redhead, so we are black now. So
I do wish you would stop saying that, especially on the air.
I'm going to move past that. I think I'm slightly different to you guys in the well, in
British.
a lot of ways. I'm British, yeah. I've got a huge wiener. I can.
Oh.
We have a huger wiener.
No, your wiener is only bigger because you measure in centimeters, and we measure it in feet.
We love feet.
2 is bigger than whatever 16. I don't know.
Okay. But I think like
Wait, we're not done interrupting you for bad jokes yet. Hold on.
I don't ever think this is going to sound so. I'm going to go with it. I think people think I'm arrogant anyway, so I'm going to go with it. I don't ever think my writing is bad, right? I think I always put in 100% into what I'm doing, and I'm always like, this works. Like, it might not be the story that you like, it might not be the ending you're expecting. A lot of people like have a problem when I let bad guys win, and I'm like, sometimes the bad guys win. Like, what do you want from me? That's a story.
Yeah, it's called Empire Strikes Back, motherfucker.
But like I always think I have done well when I've done a story. It's the bit outside of that I can't control. Like, I can't control how people are going to react to it. I can't control... Like, I have never been madder than when my story gets out there and some of the responses or lack of responses I get are, like... That's what drives me insane. That's the thing that hits me.
Well, you're
in
halfway
the head.
there. You're halfway there because you're not arrogant. You have a healthy self-esteem.
That's
and
probably
you're confident in what you
Which
do.
is what makes you different than me and Josh.
Right.
Yeah.
But what you need to do as your therapist is parlay that into the later part and just you gotta just turn all that shit off. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I can't.
Doesn't matter.
Like, even if your story ends up in a vacuum, I mean, it doesn't, because we have a listenership who listen to every single episode, right? So their opinion exists. It's just we might not be able to hear it, and that sucks.
Right.
But it's sort of the nature of the beast.
Yeah, I am not the create art for art's sake person. Like, I need reassurance that what I've done is good. I've always been like it, like as a kid,
That's what we're
in my
for.
job. Yeah, and that's why I say, like, I try and... Well, I think we've always written for each other, and the audience is a secondary factor, right? Which don't get me wrong, we love you guys, but like I get my kicks from making you guys laugh. When we
that's
write.
the goal.
That's the goal.
That's what we're here for.
Like, I remember when my mic failed a couple of weeks ago, and you were like,
that was terrible.
It was unsettling because you didn't say anything, and I was like, I was saying stuff and no one could hear me. So yeah,
we were trying to do our damnedest to try to make the episode like no editing necessary.
Yeah.
That's what we were doing.
The like the self-esteem issue is like, it's a strange one for me when it comes to like whether I think my stories are good or bad, because I do think my stories are bad sometimes, and then I'm proven wrong.
Right.
Because you guys end up liking them a lot, but I don't really know why I consider things good or bad, and I feel like that comes from having an artist background.
Yes, because it's a gut feeling for
the
you.
thing either clicks or it does not click.
That's exactly the problem, and that's what I've learned, to just sort of like let it fly, because like I'm never gonna be able to know, right? Like I don't know, I have no idea.
Like I can only do that point, like, we can only do what we think is going to be funny, like the things that we think are funny. Yeah. And sometimes I'm like incredibly surprised at what you guys laugh at and don't laugh at. Because I write stuff that's like, this is gonna be a fucking knockout, and I say it, and you guys are like,
well, that's like, comedy, right?
I say like, a couple other words, and you guys like lose it, and I'm like, well, let me remember this for next time.
No, you
well, that's
can't,
exactly like.
You can't.
That's like what stand-up comics do, right? Like if you were stand-up, you would like cross that off in your little book, right? Like it's the same shit.
I just do it again.
It's all the same shit.
I just do it again.
Sometimes I will write a joke purposefully because I know you guys aren't gonna laugh, and it makes me laugh. I fucking love that. I love the right, you're off the show, Rich jokes.
Yep. Yes.
When like the clown episode was full of those, and I fucking loved it because it was like, how can I make them not laugh but want to laugh?
There's two sides to that coin that I absolutely love. One of them is doing a joke, and you guys both go, ugh, and you're like disgusted by it. And the other one is when I do a not joke that's just like a horror thing, and you guys go, oh!
Yeah.
It's the same reaction for two completely different things, and I love it so much.
Well, I think we solved everything.
All right. Next one. Which character has the most you in them? Not as in we're having sex with the character, as in which one is your
I was going to say Josh.
Pouring yourself into it a little bit.
Gordon G. Gordon.
Oh, God. Enjoy that reaction.
I got my favorite reaction. Now, I would say, like, in this season, it's Johnny. Like, whoever's, like, the focal character is the one that I'm, like, putting most of, like, my reactions and my worldview into for the most part.
For the overall, I think it was, what's his name? The redheaded guy.
Johnny? Or Jason?
Jason. I saw a lot of you and Jason.
Uh-oh.
You have described yourself as famously angry. At times.
And you are gay as hell for me. So
true. I'm angry at this. At like, Josh and I were talking like very heavily back when he talked to us about.
Oh my God! Here we go.
About like Zodiac stuff and how like fun it is to just sort of like mess around with, even though it doesn't really like matter too much. But like, Libra is like an incredibly good description of me because like if something
he was like. Yeah, like go ahead.
I was gonna skip past the funny bit about Libra on that website because that was
when you were like, you were like, this is like making fun of Libras. What's wrong with us? And I was like, that's the most Libra ass fucking reaction I've ever heard.
I thought it was fucking. Josh is making it out as he always does for me being a little bitch, but I thought it was really funny that whoever had written that was like. Libras are soul-sucking, blood-sucking tits on the society.
not what it said.
At the time, Josh agreed that it was way harsher than all the other ones I was showing him, but
I was just acquiescing to your Libra-ness at that point. I know how to Libra
Josh used
the
to
room.
like me, I think. I feel like we had a relationship that was good at some point. But
No, what was the other thing? Yeah, it was saying like you're very not like you hate injustice, which is like
what it was saying was that I was like centricism was like the biggest problem of Libra is that we don't take a side in anything and we sit
Right.
out and we're centrists, and I was like, I've never heard that before in my life.
no, I don't agree with that with you. Not at all, no.
But yeah, like anything that's unfair
Yes.
sets me off. Like I cannot fucking understand can't deal with racism, sexism, like all this stuff
Right.
that makes no fucking sense. That's just
Yeah.
like societally unfair. Always sets me off.
I think that's a millennial thing too. I think
could be.
we're
Could be.
we're very prone to because all of us are treated unfairly.
Yeah, with
all the time.
a generation of injustice, which is
Yeah.
not belittling the civil rights movement or
Right,
the people
right,
who had
right,
to
right.
be drafted or
Right.
anything like that.
Right.
But with a test bed generation, like everything's been
Yeah.
tested on us. Like, and if we can't deal with it, then fuck us, right? So
Yeah, it's our fault.
There
Yeah.
was a lot of that.
Yep.
And there still is.
You want to drink water after recess? What are you, a bitch?
my son gets 2 snacks a day and gets to carry a water bottle around with him. And I was like,
Dude.
I fucking nearly died of thirst sometimes at school.
Dude, I remember walking home from school and we have like those like people with fountains, like little trickling fountains, being so fucking thirsty. I was
Yes.
just like in the desert, like crawling toward this fountain
with a
like,
headache.
Please let me drink water.
Maybe you should have drank from the hose like we did.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You had a hose?
I had plenty of hose personally.
I drank from plenty of hose.
Yeah, did we say... Josh, what character has the most you in them?
What do you think? I want you to answer this for me.
I mean, your axe
Lately, I would say Axe Wound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a huge bitch for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't know this season. Probably Doots, trying to find my way a bit in the story and trying to pull it all
Yeah.
together. Just perennially tired of everything and everyone. And feeling like this is going to sound like an insult to you two, but I don't mean it like this.
Go for it.
Here
Like,
we go.
That I feel like I'm coddling people along. Like, people will say,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
like, people will, like, you don't get the at Jeffs much you get it in the M class.
Well, I told them not to.
But like, and I'm not saying I mind it, but I'll get the at Riches or I'll get the DMs and stuff like that because I'm like the organizer of this because I'm the host, right? So that personality comes along with that. But I do
is
have
true.
that.
Yeah. I
do
get that on
have-
M class all the time.
Yeah, and it's natural, right? Like if you're the host, people will do that, and I understand it. But I've got that at home as well because I've got a 7-year-old son. So like it feels like I've got lots of kids to look after sometimes, and lots of people's feelings to look after. And I
mean,
not
that
the
makes
best,
total sense.
not the best custodian of my own feelings or ways of dealing with things. I'm pretty
Yeah.
good. I'm pretty good. Like I live in a constant state of anxiety, and I'm managing it pretty well.
Yeah,
Well,
I think you're really
again-
good at it personally. Like you're,
Again, we've had a lifetime of practice,
Yeah,
right?
that is true.
like look at your. I said this all the time when we're talking about Evan. Like Evan is turning out so well because you're so good at what you do.
Yeah.
He's turning out so well because you know when to stop hitting him.
Some people do it too much. Some people do it too little.
Too little, too
mean-
hard, too soft.
He's pretty easy at the moment. Like he came
To
in
hit?
from school. Yeah, he is actually. As much as I joke around, he came in from school. I was making a quiche for dinner, and he was
Oh, wow.
he picked up a book and started reading a book, and he sat and read a book for 45 minutes, and I was like,
What the fuck?
It's pretty cool. Like it's
Here's
not.
Like, you can talk about that being, like, sort of, like, he's being easy. Like, Evan is doing, like, these good things. Where did he learn it from?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
He didn't learn it from Barney. I don't know. What's the show you got? Tinky Winky? What's that show?
the
Didn't learn it from
Teletubbies.
Grunkle, Josh, and Jeff.
Yeah. Uncle Josh and Jeff who lived together.
I mean,
Drunkle, Josh, and Jeff.
Drunkle, yeah. Yeah.
so I guess that's the answer for what character has the most me in them, you know? My
Sure.
son, right?
Your son, yeah.
That is true.
What a great segue.
Okay, what's been the hardest thing about this season so far?
My
Cannot say dick.
This dick.
That sigh was me.
What's been the hardest thing about this season? Writing a story every 2
Writing
weeks.
stories. Yeah, right?
See,
Josh did an extra one. He's really dealing with it.
I'm hurting.
he's going for extra credit. I will say this. I've alluded to it a couple of times on the podcast. The hardest thing for me this season has been the inconsistency of feedback, even if it's only a "you did great, guys" or something like that, because sometimes it feels like we're putting stories out into the ether and no one says anything. And I've got to be honest, the poem episode, I was so mad for a couple of days. I was insanely angry that it was just like...
Who's the mad one now?
I genuinely, like, because I said to you, I know I'm possibly being irrational about this, but like, I put a lot of effort into that story, and I was like, I at least expected like some sort of like feedback. It doesn't always have to be, but it doesn't always have to be positive. You know, it can be like,
right.
You know, it can be constructive as long as it's not negative.
This sucked my dick.
Yeah.
Right?
This dick.
And I have struggled with that for 3 seasons now. And
I feel like Josh and I have trained in 1,000 times Goku gravity for this.
Oh my god, man! And I had like continue before that, and like, all the insane shit. Yeah, I in fairness to our listeners and our patrons and stuff, like, we are writing, and as such, we are writers, and that is some ego to deal with.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they always want to say like what they think is like a criticism, and I get that. But like, I know you appreciate feedback, and that's
constructive criticism is part of it.
Yeah,
that's you, and that's fine. So I'm just saying, like, you know, keep that in mind, everyone. Give Rich a pat on the head; he needs it.
I do need it. And I'm aware this is...
Well, we all do. We all need it.
Everybody loves to feel like they're being appreciated for what they do.
Right. That's right.
I'm sensible enough to appreciate that part of that is I am currently out of work, and I'm finding that quite difficult. And, you know, the whole process...
I mean, I'll put you to work, bitch.
But the whole process of finding a job is a full-time job for me at the moment, and I don't get much feedback with that. And
you just need something that you can that's tangible.
Onto.
You need something tangible, and I get that. The other day I fixed my key fob to my car because I was like, I need to fix something. I need something to be fixed. I was
really impressed with it.
It was pretty easy. Anyone could do it.
Yeah,
really.
but you did it. I think that's the thing, right? Sometimes you need to solve something.
Yeah,
well, that's what it is. Think about that in art terms, right? Where people are always like, "I could have done that." Yeah, but you fucking didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the effort.
Someone could fix that, but they didn't.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. It's like the thing with the Beatles. Like, well, anyone could have wrote it. Well, they didn't, though. Like, that's the thing.
Exactly.
Like, we don't live in that world, so I don't know what you're talking about, right?
I put up the. Hopefully, people found it as funny as I did. I put up the overrated bands.
That was so much fun.
Mount Rushmore episode. And
oh god, I can't wait to see this.
The chat like started instantly, like they were gonna talk about it, and I was like, "Don't at me," and I mean that.
Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
But I watched, and Spivsy said the band I knew they were going to say. Because they hate Aerosmith with a vengeance, and I was like, I knew from the moment that we put that Spivsy was going to say that they hated Aerosmith.
I can't disagree with them.
Yeah,
I don't hate Aerosmith. They're fine.
I don't dislike them or anything, but
I'm not putting them on.
Spivsy was right. They do have like 2 good songs,
and one of them is Dream
Spivsy, On. You guys missed. Well, not you. Me and Rich got to see. I'm going to pull the age card.
All right.
Remember when like Crying came out in the 90s?
Yeah.
That was huge. That was really huge.
I remember
also,
yeah.
Was Crying the video with Liv Tyler and Alicia Silverstone? Yeah. I mean, that's the reason that song was so good.
Right. And Living on the Edge. Like, all those Alicia Silverstone videos were great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was, and Spivsy, he's British.
Well, Spivsy's like younger than me.
Spivsy is younger than you. Yeah.
Look, one of us owns the autobiography of Aerosmith, and it's sitting on our desk right now.
One of us owns Mein Kampf.
Because my dad was in it, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that joke.
Yeah. Look, Crying sent me to school. What am I going to complain about it?
Crying got his first meeting with Alicia Silverstone, but not his last.
That's right. Not my last. The last was my fault because I wouldn't. She was like, Josh, put a baby in me. And I was like, look, I'm like 15. This is illegal as hell. But
wow. Okay. I didn't know I was setting Alicia Silverstone up like that.
Well, you know, different times.
She's got to live with what she did. And I mean Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh God.
The hardest thing for me is, like I've talked about before, it's balancing comedy with the story I'm trying to write. I feel like there's a part of me that, like, if I just sat down to write this story, it wouldn't be very funny. But the fact that, like, I want to make people laugh because it's a comedy podcast and I want it, and that's what it's for, that's, like, my goal. That, like, striking that balance of telling enough of my story but also being funny has always been my main... I wouldn't call it a problem in season 1 and 2.
Challenge.
I think it was much easier in season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
In season 3, it's been a problem for me.
If it were easy, then everyone could do it, right? And I agree. I think, like, that's the hardest thing for me is learning when I need to, well, like, I've got a lot of practice at this, and I think I'm pretty okay at it, but it's still hard, like, learning when to turn it on, you know what I mean? And my mom is always like, I don't know how you just, like, go do stuff. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, how do you just, like, be funny? And I'm like, well...
it is the thing that you can turn on and off sometimes.
Yeah, you want to start at the beginning of this one? You sure you want to hear all this? You know what I mean? Like,
you do play a part in this story, by the way.
Yeah, you're kind of influential here, so...
I think,
you know...
Jeff, with your story, I think that's part of the reason why I'm speaking for Josh here as well. But, like, we find it difficult to break in, like, because we don't sometimes want to interrupt you because you're on a roll. Like, you're doing something that is, like, it's easy to interrupt you at the beginning, but then... I think, like, we're absorbed, you're absorbed in the telling, we don't want to break atmosphere. I think it's a lot easier to break into mine and Josh's stories. And I don't mean that as a criticism.
No,
I
can definitely
comment on the way it is.
I will say
I think that's a compliment to your story.
I appreciate that, and I could totally understand. I will say this. When you guys break in and do jokes, it makes me feel a little bit better if I'm light on jokes in a story. The fact that, like, you guys are kind of carrying a little bit of that weight for me.
Well, Jeff, I don't know if you know this, but I've known you for a really long time.
What?
I can kind of tell, you know, not that I think you're light on jokes, but when I think you think you're light on jokes. So there's a lot of psychology.
It's probably because I go straight to the group chat. It's not very funny this time.
That was
classic Libra.
That was a go-to for all of us in the early days.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think this is funny at all, and then you tell it, and then everyone's funny, and it's like, oh shit, it was a great episode.
It's because it's hard. It's really hard to know, like. What I don't know. I'm sure if, like, Chris Farley were alive today, you could ask him and he'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was funny.
Yeah.
He'd say the same thing.
Well, there's there's this thing that is like inherent in making comic books that I think applies here as well, where when you come up with the idea for a gag in a comic and it makes you laugh, by the time you finish outlining it, sketching it, inking it, coloring
it's not
it,
funny anymore.
lettering it, it's so unfunny that you don't even know why you found it funny anymore.
Well, that's how Smart Guys was. I was like, I don't care about any of these jokes anymore because we had gone. It was just fucking. You're living with it for like years,
and
right?
There's
like,
something about that when you're writing your story as well, that like something you may have found funny when you find its place in the story and you move on through the story and like you come back and read it, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. That's exactly it.
Let's move on to something lighter. If you could create an ultimate team across all the 3 realms of 3 members each, who would make for the best team?
All 3 Gordy Gordonsons.
So
Ultimate chaos.
So 3 members from each realm.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be one member for
No.
Nine?
We're making a team of 9. Yeah.
I gotta write down shit.
No,
Jesus Christ.
no. Just say the characters who would work best in the team.
Oh,
You're making the
this is not how I
Avengers of
operate.
Storylords.
Well, you gotta have Frankenstein PI in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like Ugla is a necessity.
Yeah. She brings the toy money in.
Yeah.
You gotta have Humie. You gotta have Humie.
Yeah, Humie, for sure. I want Grissom in there, too.
Yeah.
I love him.
Grissom,
and Humie
absolutely.
are 2 of my picks. Grissom and Humie would be 2 of my picks.
That's 4.
I want Cricket Man.
Cricket Man!
Cricket Man. Again, one of my serious characters.
Yeah.
Probably my
Cricket
most
Man
serious
rules.
character.
Oh, Cricket Man.
Oh, but do I want Myrtle Smelly? That means leaving. That
That could be the last one.
But that means leaving both the Candle cousins out, and it means leaving Pavlov out. I don't want Pavlov on the team.
They're like Spider-Man. They're not ready for the team yet.
That's
Come
true.
on.
Yeah.
They're like kids.
They're both like 14 years old. 13 or 14. They're not ready.
Myrtle's absence in the story has hurt me. Like, she's a character I miss.
Yeah, Myrtle is Kayla S. Hunter's like sidekick. So I feel like they're like a package deal in my stories.
The Darth Vader meme. Where's Myrtle? Is she okay? Is she safe?
I'd have.
Whenever Myrtle Smelly isn't on screen, everyone should be asking, where is Myrtle Smelly?
Where's Myrtle Smelly? She's a funnier character than we're used to.
If we can get her to work.
She went back to her home planet. Ugla, Buff Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've got to have the non-human who doesn't speak.
Yeah.
True.
Although
True.
he
He's the
totally
Hulk.
does. Yeah.
He's the Hulk.
And who else? Axewound. I think
Yeah,
it'd be
that's a
hard
good
not
one.
to put Axewound in the team, considering. Although
yeah,
Chickpea.
she's- Yeah.
I mean, fuck us for
there's-
writing so many good characters.
There's so many. There's like so
There's
many
no
of like
wrong
the
answer.
crew from season 2 of Rich's stories that I would like want involved as well.
Yeah, I also would pick, what's her name for you? The flower shop girl.
Oh,
what's her fucking
TK.
name? TK, yeah.
Yeah, there was like a really funny moment. I wish I remember who it was in the Storylords Discord the other day, where they were like, they sort of accidentally called Rio Kanzaki because TK's
Yeah.
last name is Kanzaki.
Yeah.
And somebody, I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but somebody was like, actually, it's Tachibana. And they were like, oh, that's cool. And I was like, yeah, I named him after the mentor that mentors all the common writers in the show era. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, I should have caught that because I've seen them all. Because their mentor is named Tachibana Tobe. Mm-hmm. And
they teaches them how to turn into crickets sometimes.
pretty much. And somebody else was like, is there a reason why TK's last name is Kanzaki? And I was like, nah, I just really wanted her initials to be TK because she got telekinesis.
Yeah. That's right.
The
for
two
you.
sides of the Jeff coin there for you.
Right, so we've definitely got Frankenstein PI.
Yeah. Who else?
Rich, I think you may have just cut out, my friend.
No, I didn't. I just went very
He's
silent
thinking
and
hard.
tried. Because I think Frankenstein, P.I. and Ugler and Grissom and Hume, they're four definites.
Yes, absolutely true.
This is too
too
powerful.
hard.
This is an an overpowered
OP as
team
fuck.
already. Yeah, this is what the kids would call OP, as they think they thought that one up.
I think
Yeah, that's new.
part of the problem with my characters is that they work as a unit rather than work on their own sometimes. Like
That was sort of the Kayla and Myrtle thing.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
definitely a unit.
Have you tried being an only child? You do everything on your own. It's
Man,
great.
I wish I was an only child.
Boy, it sounded like it's great. The way Josh said that.
I also had to take all the brunt of the bullshit, so you know.
I wasn't
Why are you
only-
so? Why can you turn on your jokes so when you?
I wasn't an only child and still got the brunt of that shit for some reason. And I was the good one. I don't know.
Were you though?
Well, my brother is a drug addict who's been in and out of jail, so
Have you tried that?
I think factually, like,
Fucking low bar. You can
yeah,
Seems like a winning combo.
it's the lowest bar there could have been.
Yeah, but you
And
end up
somehow
with those.
I bashed my head right into it.
You end up with those
yeah.
dickhead parents who like leave everything to that child because they need it more because they're so hard done
Right.
by. Fuck
Right.
you.
Yeah.
I mean,
get a pass.
I mean, I was
Parents are a
also like a
mistake.
massive accident, so there is that.
I thought you were going to
So?
say I was a massive asshole.
Well, nah. I was like, there's like two ways that it can go if you're born after your mom isn't supposed to be able to have kids anymore. It's
They love you to death
You're
too
like
much,
the
yeah.
miracle baby, or you
Yeah.
are the unwanted baby, and I'll leave it up to your imagination which one I was.
Well, I'm glad that your mom's vagina still worked because you're my brother. So
Aw.
fuck your
I
parents.
love you, Josh.
You were
I
from your
love you
mother's
too.
womb untimely ripped.
That is true. I
yeah.
was from my mother's womb.
That's what your card says.
My card is like 12 miles long. It unfolds.
It's like, yeah, it's like it just unfolds. Like, yeah.
CVS receipt.
Yeah.
Take this card.
Holy fuck.
I'm just fumbling with it, trying to put it back together. Hold on,
How do
hold
you
on.
stack these up? My God.
I only got the
abandoned
one
this
card.
question.
I think we answered it.
Yeah,
We
who
answered
cares?
it partially, for sure.
I love all
mean-
my characters too much to reduce them to 3.
You know who I would put on the team is the Green Avenger. from
That's
from
true,
Greg's
from
story.
Greg's story.
Pickle Man.
Yeah.
And-
He's like, yeah.
And the dwarf from Kevin's.
Yeah. Or like
And
the
now we're
pig
already-
farmer from Kevin's.
Now we're doing like, fuck, man. Now we're doing like Avengers 2.
I do
my God.
remember what I was going to say about what I regret.
Oh.
I regret that this entire show is the world's biggest fucking sausage fest. I'm sorry about that, everybody.
It's all right.
yeah. We should really
It's a
get...
fucking,
We should see if we
fucking
can get...
meat wagon.
We should,
We should get the one woman we know to be on the
Yeah.
podcast.
well, I was
her
wondering, would Elspeth do it? Because, like...
Probably.
Why don't you ask her?
I could.
Josh is the
I
only one that
guess
knows any
I could.
women. He's got.
Well, any women who would... that people would tune in to listen to.
Yeah. I mean, you guys. Yeah, I'll ask. Well, if you know anyone, give me some ideas, people. If you want to hear someone, I'll ask them or whatever.
There you
Obama.
go.
You know, Obama, he'd do it.
Get Michelle Obama. We need a woman on board.
All right.
Yeah, it's true. We don't want...
She seems funnier anyway.
It's an incredibly white show, also. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
Sorry about being white, everybody.
Well, I am a redhead, so you know.
Well, that's all the time we have for this question.
Do you have any ideas of what you want to do next season that you feel comfortable sharing?
Hell no!
I'm
I can't
gonna-
even think about next week, motherfucker.
I think I am going to mow the lawn very loudly. I think that's what I'm going to do next season.
That would be whew,
Really out of character for me, I think.
fucking either you live long enough to mow the lawn or you die before you mow the lawn.
That is irrefutably true.
I'm going to reveal something slightly. The audience, the Patreon audience, are going to be able to pick some of the characters that survive at the end of this season.
What the hell?
What the hell?
I'm going to run a poll because there are a few
Rich,
variants.
is this a good idea?
I think it will be fine. Because I can always
They'll
veto
turn
some
on
of
each other.
them.
They're gonna start eating each other alive.
It's gonna be fucking nuts.
But like,
man.
there's already 2 Lionels. There's technically 4 Lionels. There's a couple of Mookies. Maybe we don't need all of them. So I know I certainly don't want to write all of them. So
Jesus.
maybe
Let's kill Hallie Swiftfeather. What do you think?
when next season comes around and you have a choice between 2 Mookies, maybe some of the audience are going to have to vote for which one they want.
I am not for this. This is crazy.
Yeah, this is a strange choice, but maybe it'll pay dividends. I don't know.
Maybe it will. And maybe
I mean, it's great for the patrons, and that's cool. But you're nuts.
I know.
You're crazy.
I know.
You're ready to burn it down. You're out of your mind.
So, that's my idea for next season that I feel comfortable sharing.
Let's do it.
I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do next season, but I will say that I have plans for what I'm going to be doing for the rest of this season after the story's over.
Oh.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get on the WhatsApp more than I have been for the past 2 days. So I don't write a story accidentally.
Yeah. You didn't write it accidentally,
see.
you just wrote it in advance.
Super far in advance. I'm like the fucking kiss-ass kid in college who's like, let's stay after and ask questions. Fuck you, Jeremy.
I mean, technically, this is the earliest you've ever written a story.
Yeah,
This is the earliest any of us have ever written a story.
It's so early, it's late. It's crazy.
You'd written it before the episode before, so you wouldn't have even know the prompts.
It's nuts.
All right, I think we're done, right?
Yeah.
Works for me.
Thanks.
Works for me.
Thanks, Greg, for all the music you do. Thanks, audience, for listening. Please head over to patreon.com/storylords and support us there. Sign up to the Audible trial. Give us a review. Do all those things. Just do them. Do them. If you want the show to grow, that's the thing you need to do. Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed this one. This was a little off the cuff, but we had remembered quite late that we were owed a break. And I think if you can tell from some of the tone, some of us needed a break this week.
I don't know what you're referencing.
What are you implying?
I certainly did. Yeah.
Wish somebody would have told me about it. You know?
We were pretty fucked up for not telling Josh about it.
I can't believe you guys. It's like the time I went to work and nobody was there, and then Zane called me and was like, "Oh, it's a snow day," and I was like, "Well, thanks for telling me, idiot."
Maybe we should. Maybe from now on, like if he doesn't respond in the WhatsApp at all, I'll text him.
Well, so my WhatsApp, and it didn't happen this time, but my WhatsApp does log me out of the computer for reasons unknown.
Yeah, the desktop version of WhatsApp is ass as fuck. It's so bad. Unless they want to sponsor us, and then it's good.
And then we love you. I don't know.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Sorry, bye.
Works for me.